Action SA has drawn a firm line in the sand, declaring it will not consider joining the ANC-led Government of National Unity unless the controversial VAT increase is scrapped. The party, led by Herman Mashaba, has made it clear that its support for government initiatives hinges entirely on reversing the proposed 0.5 percentage point increase in VAT. Set to take effect for 2 years, Action SA is also calling for the resolution of income tax bracket creep, another fiscal measure it strongly opposes. The position comes despite Action SA's pivotal role last week in helping the ANC pass the fiscal framework and revenue proposals. The Democratic Alliance had earlier refused to support the framework, opening a path for Action SA to step in. However, the party said its backing was conditional and said the National Treasury must within 30 days ending May 1 assess alternative ways to cut spending and avoid burdening consumers with the VAT hike. Since that vote, internal ANC discussions have shifted towards restructuring the GNU. Senior leaders within the ruling party have reportedly floated the idea of quoting Action SA, Rise Mzansi and Build One South Africa as potential partners, especially amid growing dissatisfaction with the DA. According to Times Live Premium, the ANC's National Working Committee has called for the GNU to be reconstituted within a week. But Action SA isn't biting, at least not yet. The party stated Action SA affirms the party will not give consideration to their proposal until the VAT increase and income tax bracket creep have been resolved. While acknowledging that communication with the ANC has begun, Action SA emphasized that any cooperation will remain focused solely on resolving the budget impasse and that the party will remain available for constructive engagements. Over the weekend, Action SA submitted proposals outlining revenue alternatives exceeding 100 billion rand, which it believes could allow government to abandon the VAT increase altogether. The party insists these alternatives should be prioritized before any talks on cabinet inclusion or GNU restructuring move forward. For Action SA, the removal of these increases is the focus of our engagements with other parties. The party said we will not consider any other matter until these are addressed to the satisfaction of South Africans. Despite their resolve, some political observers believe Action SA may have been misled into thinking there's still an opportunity to adjust the budget before VAT increases kick in on May 1. But Mashaba pushed back on that narrative during an interview with Radio 702, warning the ANC that if such manipulation is at play, Action SA's cooperation in future fiscal votes, particularly the upcoming Division of Revenue Bill, should not be expected. Mashaba said if that's the case, they can forget about our support. The KZN leader of Action SA, Zwakele Mnqango, also said they won't join the GNU if the cabinet is not reduced. He said, yes, we have submitted a sound proposal to the Treasury to save the country from a VAT hike. It is being considered along with the proposals from other parties. Once it's undergone the review process, we can then make that public and open it up for discussion. What we can say for now is that it's a sound, doable proposal that's easily achievable within the time frame by 1 May. But that doesn't mean we want to be part of the GNU. It means we are prepared to be part of the solution. If we are asked to be part of the GNU and the VAT hike does not go ahead, then our condition will be that our bloated cabinet is reduced. He said the presidency must use its prerogative to do away with the deputy ministers, and said, and we understand that will require a change in constitutional rules, which takes time, but for now, what can be done is to do away with the 11 extra deputy ministers that we have. Why do we need 43 deputy ministers when we have 32 ministers? Deputy ministers are costing the country 1.5 billion rand every year. We can remove those extra 11 deputy ministers immediately. Why do we need them? His comments come amid a mixed reaction to the DA, rejection of the fiscal framework for the budget, and the ANC's decision to continue working with the DA despite this. The ANC, in its response, has challenged the DA to exit the GNU on its own, with parties like the Patriotic Alliance taunting the DA to leave as well. The DA is considering its options this week on its future with the GNU. However, DA insiders have said that it's unlikely that the party will leave. A source from the DA said, damn if they do, damn if they don't. If they choose to stay, they will be ridiculed for being part of a government whose budget they don't support but want to enjoy the benefits of their programs. If they exit, they will go back to being opposition, lose all their benefits, and their funders won't want them out of the GNU. They are stronger in than out. But parties are adamant that the DA can't have the best of both. The ANC too has pointed this out, with Deputy President Paul Mashatile warning the DA it could not continue to act like the opposition if they choose to stay in the government of national unity. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.